Sadly, Slender the Fourth died while going back to Meduli. I was eating lunch, so I was playing one-handed. The horse had no armor, I still didn't have greater heal, so I didn't even try. I just tried to talk to him, but it didn't work at all. Rest in peace, Slender the Fourth. It was time to go back to Meduli and begin the grind of leveling horse armor crafting. I was killing every beast on site. I spent my first few gold coins in 1000 cuprum on the broker, so I could start using lightning on top of the horse. Some mobs were still better to fight them on foot with stones, but some others, like cougars, were much better off with lightning. After that, I had my first few sales of leathers, molarium, emerge, all that stuff. Okay, after checking the broker for spellbooks, I did realize that every single option was either overpriced, incomplete, or way too advanced, so I am gonna try to have a few of these reasonably priced on every single city. They have every single ecumenical spell but earthquake. In order to cheapen the cost, I did not include propulsion and earth, and they are super important, but it doesn't really matter because by now you should already have those into your spellbook, inscribing them yourself, and you can run with 2 spellbooks temporarily until you get a beefy one. There is no downside other than losing 1 inventory slot. I want to have this on the market as more as a helping hand for beginner mages, but I'm still thinking the pricing, because if I put them too low, someone else is gonna come and flip them all. They will buy them on every single sitting and then put them at the markup price. So I think I'm gonna put them at 45 gold each. If I see that nobody is flipping them, I might lower the price, but for now it's gonna stay at 45 gold. I think it's more than reasonable for all the ecumenical, but earthquake. Earthquake by itself is 100 something gold, so that's on another ballpark. At this point in time, you might be thinking, okay, John, this is good. I already have level, horse armor crafting, but I'm in the red. I only have a few mats, and I barely have a few gold coins. I need to buy so many books. Every book is getting more expensive, and I need to buy the spell book still. And I'm waiting here for some sales to come of the stuff I listed, but no, nothing is selling yet. I need some cash right now. If you are on that position, your best choice are buy orders. No, this is the buy order tab. Okay, let's check, for example, Ormolarium. Yikes, this is clearly a scam. The price you see here is per unit, and if we split 1 unit, we can see how much the vendor gives us. As you can see, the vendor gives us 1 more cuprum per unit. So a stack to the vendor is 8 gold, and they want 7 gold for what they can sell to the vendor at 8. So unless they are giving more than the vendor, we are never gonna sell those trades. Also, never sell Molarium or Garful to the vendor unless you are super down bad and need cash as soon as possible. These items are worth so much more to other players in actions, and if on the city you are, for whatever the reason, is super cheap, consider to transport them. If you feel like your bank is getting full of this type of stuff and you are gonna sell it to the vendor, just risk it, do a transport to another nearby town. So let's say we check every material we have on the bank and there is no buy order that needs anything we have to offer. What can we do? Well, we go into the buy order tab, search without any filter, and we order by descending cost. And now we have to browse through this clusterfuck of an action house this game has. It's super annoying, but there's hidden gems if you know where to look. For example, they give 6 gold per stack of granum and 8 gold per stack of cults right now. Not the best, but not the worst. If you have been killing bandits also, you might have some spare scrolls. If that's your case, you can also get instantly rid of them, because I have set some buy orders everywhere I can in order to make the new books. I also think they are more reasonably priced than the current offers you see here. Okay, now we are talking. Gammon at 27 silver per unit. Salvia at 10 silver per unit. Every single Widow Salvia is from 8 to 16 units. So if you see Salvia lying around, it's like there is gold coins. on the floor. So as you can see, salvia is 1500 per stack, and in this way we are getting only 1000 gold per stack. But you don't have to wait anything. It's a hefty discount, but it's instant cash. Okay, now we have our target for buy orders in Meduli. Now we have to locate them. In Mortal Online map, we remove every filter but the rare things we're looking for. As you can see, there's not much showing on the map, that's why salvia has that huge value, but also always take this information with a grain of salt, because sometimes spots that were known to the people were removed from the map, and in some places they were never put in the map to begin with, so there is a few more places with salvia in the map than you see here, but this is free information, so we get by with whatever they want to give us. Just bear in mind that this map might not be 100% accurate, and always have your eyes open wherever you go looking for pickables, because people sleep over on them, and nearly all pickables in this game are crazy good value. As you can see, we have a few spots near Spider Valley that's super close to Meduli. Bear in mind that all these places might have people controlling those locations and gathering those resources constantly, so you might go and be able to sneak a few herbs, but unless you make up relationships with people living there, if you go constantly, you're gonna get on trouble sooner than later. For gammon, I know a few more spots that don't show up on the map, but just by going for what the map is showing you can do something like this, and then come back. In the meantime, you not only pick gammon, you are also killing razorbacks, cougars, belbos, whatever you see along the way that fits in your horse. If you still have the free points, I heavily recommend you to keep growing creature control so you can go with 2 horses. Doing this type of trips with 2 horses is so much better for carrying capacity. You may also consider using mongrel horse up north instead of the steppe horse. This route is relatively safe. I did it quite a few times and nobody did try to attack me while I was doing this one, but it may just the time zone, it may be just that day, whatever. Maybe if you go prime time on your time zone, it might be way more risky, I don't know. And maybe if it gets so popular, people will start ganking on this location. But this is what they did multiple times for a few hours to farm my early gold. and know to temporarily get obese. The best way to get obese is with block kua meat. I could have fished the block kua myself, but at that point I need to explain how to do it, and I already have a fishing guide for that if you wanna fish it. And on top of that, you also need to level up pieces lore before you can properly butcher them, so I choose to go for the option that most people will pick.